4 wide. So coming to the main straight this time, we want plenty of noise for the final time tonight. It's been the Big Bash, the New Year Bash, January 1 here at the Bunbury Speedway. Late models about to do it in the dirt for the final time tonight. Celebrating the Allan Blake Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for the late models here tonight as Allan salutes them on the infield. Is all go, and Jamie Oldfield got the best of the dispatch, and Warren Oldfield was momentarily in second before Kai Blight put the foot down and went into second place. Back then to David Nylander in fourth, and then in fifth place it is Brad Smith as they come out of 3 and 4 and complete the opening lap. Behind them is Brad Blake in 6th and Brent Vosbergen in 7th. Matt Nylander in 8th position as the late models tear up the Bunbury Raceway. Jay Carty is 9th and back in 10th is Matt Amato. But after 2 laps, your race leader is Jamie Oldfield.
And he's pushing that gap away out to 1.132 seconds over Kai Blight. Warren Oldfield in 3rd. Brad Smith 4th. They've sorted themselves out into almost an even order in between all of them, and then a battle between Nylander and Blake in 5th and 6th is how it sits at the moment as they come around with 27 laps to go. It's Jamie Oldfield in front, Kai Blight and Warren Oldfield. Orange lights come on, there's cars in the front straight facing the wrong way. In fact, cars absolutely everywhere. A little nudge to the Jamie Oldfield from Kai Blight there as well as they restart things, and Warren Oldfield gets around and gets himself into second while all that's happening. And the car 41 at Kai Blight doesn't look to be going as tidy as what it was when this started. And around the outside, is that Brad Blake that's made up position? It is. He's sitting around the outside getting himself into 3rd place. So Brad Blake gets up into 3rd. Jamie Oldfield still out in front, and in 2nd place is Warren Oldfield. Blake under a lot of pressure from Blight at the moment. Blight's going to try and sneak underneath. Blake on the outside, Blight on the inside. There's 26 to go in this one.
Battle is for 3rd place between Kai Blight and Brad Blake, but Brad Blake finally gets the better of that exchange. Now Brad Smith trying to come underneath the Kai Blight, and while they fight for that 3rd place, the leader has skipped away down the main straight. The 51 car leads them, and that is Jamie Oldfield. Back in 2nd is Warren Oldfield, and in 3rd place Brad Blake. Then back in 4th is Kai Blight, Brad Smith, and Brent Vosbergen in 6th place. Then further back in the field is Matt Nylander and Joe Chalmers. Down the main straight once again, the race leader is Jamie Oldfield.
So Jamie Oldfield doing it nice and easily out in front, 2.754 seconds at the moment. Warren Oldfield is a bit of real estate between him and 3rd spot of Brad Blake, and Brad Blake doesn't have much between himself and Kai Blight. And Kai Blight has been pushing, arguing and trying every which way with Brad Smith in there as well, letting him know everyone's there. 23 to go in this one, and your race leader is splitting the seat at the moment. He's coming into turn 3 and 4, and the rest are just coming into the back straight. So that'll give it 22 to go in this 30-lap feature. Jamie Oldfield's out in front.
Kai Blight's driven right round the outside of Brad Blake and moved into 3rd place. Back into Brad Smith in 5th, and then Brent Vosbergen. Further back to Matt Nye, now to Joey Chalmers, and then Jay Carty. Our race leader leads by nearly 4 seconds. This time around he does a 17.166. Warren Oldfield in 2nd place does a 17.2, but he's 3.8 seconds adrift. 3rd place is still up for dispute, as it has been right throughout. But our race leader's passed us again, and it's the 51 of Jamie Oldfield after 10.
What a race this is for the minor positions between Brad Blake and Kai Blight. It's anyone's race there at the moment. Of course, Brad Blake would love to see a podium race on this one. Going to be 19 laps to go this time around for our race leader, who's in and out and coming up to some lap traffic. Will this give the chance for Warren Oldfield and Kai Blight to catch up? They are a long, long, long way behind. Lap traffic along the rest of the side there. He gets around one. There's a car, 2 cars around in front of them while this is happening. Thankfully, they saw that before.
And he's struggling, but still running to cars. That's the dedication right there.
So much that could be said right about now, but we're going green.
And somewhere green, and Jamie Oldfield hits the hammer and continues in that leading form that he has. So Oldfield gets around him. Just watching further back, we've seen a few bumps and crumps already in cars racing 2 wide, but they all get around successfully into 3 and 4. So we've got Jamie Oldfield leading the pack. Then in second place, Warren Oldfield. Brad Smith's up in the third, Kai Blight, and Brad Blake into 5th spot. Back a little bit further there for 6th and 7th is Joe Chalmers and Bosbergen, as well with that panel damage that doesn't seem to be causing any dramas, but Jamie Oldfield has split the scene.
He certainly has. Jamie Oldfield leads them on the restart. Warren Oldfield on the inside, the outside is car 6 of Brad Smith. Where the moves coming from? Here's one coming on the outside by the 34 of, it's the 0, sorry, of Brad Blake. On the outside of car 4, Brent Vosberg, but Jamie Oldfield continues to lead. Warren Oldfield in second place. That move by Blake didn't pay off. He's gone back a spot. Third place is Smith, then back to Blight in 4th, Vosberg and Carty. Then back to Blake, then Joe Chalmers would be in your top 8. So we come up now, complete lap number 16, and it's still Jamie Oldfield who leads, and he's led from the get-go.
He certainly has. He's got it out, just keeps ticking them off. 9 to go for him and 9 to go for the rest of the field as they come around. Lap traffic coming up very, very soon for Jamie Oldfield. Second place, Warren Oldfield just coming into turn 3 and 4. Brad Smith, Kai Blight, then Vosberg and Carty, Blake and Chalmers.
So Jamie Oldfield leads for Warren Oldfield. They're about 30 metres adrift, 40 metres away from lap traffic. Back in third place is still Brad Smith. Closely behind him is Kai Blight and then Brent Vosbergen. Again, 1 and 2 ahead of the Freddie Kinsellas coming around the outside of Matt Nylander as Warren Oldfield now looks to the inside of Jamie Oldfield with 2 to go.
There's 4 cars lining up pretty much 3 to 4 wide there in front of these Jamie Oldfield and Warren Oldfield. That is the place to look. Lap and a half to go for these 2 out in front. Warren Oldfield tries to get underneath. Warren Oldfield just pokes the nose in front. Lap traffic. It's in front. One spins in front. We're going to see a restart. We do. Orange lights on. Jamie Oldfield did get away from that pack of cars with Warren being held up when the car spun in front. Whew. I tell you, Jamie Oldfield, Warren Oldfield, Brad Smith, Kai Blight, green lights. 2 laps to go as they go around the cone. Jamie Oldfield gets away. Warren Oldfield is there. Brad Smith's also there. And Kai Blight's also trying to claim a podium position here as well. White flag out. Jamie Oldfield, where he's been for most of this race, out in front, has a lap to go. Warren Oldfield in second. Would take some sort of move here to get that 3rd position. Brad Vosbergen trying to get up there, and it's been held by Brad Smith at the moment. Here come our race leaders, and it is Jamie Oldfield out in front. Gets the check out. Warren Oldfield, Brad Smith, Vosbergen, Blake, Carty, Blake, and Stubber and Chalmers. Then Veronica McCann in 10th position, but how good of that from Jamie Oldfield. The restart definitely helped. The 4 wide run from those lap cars made all the difference.